Okay, we're starting here again. So we've got still modeling with algebra. We've got write an intro, equation, solve, and conclusion. So we're doing the introductory sentence, an equation. We're going to actually solve it, and the conclusion. So the lesson I did before was intro and equation, and we didn't do the solve and conclusion. So we're going to finish it up this time. So what we've got here is let x represent something, and then, oh, wait. So the sum of two numbers is 42. One number is 8 less than the other. So let's see if we want to do x's, x minus something. I see this, 8 less than a number. So a lot of words here, right? So the sum of two numbers is 42. So I know that there's two numbers I'm looking for. One number is 8 less than the other. Oh, that's not bad. So I know that one number is 8 less than the other. So this is the connector between the two numbers. So one number is 8 less than the other. So I know that one of them is this, then the other. So if one number is 8 less than the other, 8 minus x would be one number, and the other number would be x. So these are going to be my two numbers. One number is 8 less than the other. So if I say one number is x, the other one is x minus 8. The sum of the two numbers is 42. So the sum of the two numbers is 42. That's going to be my equation. I'm going to add the two numbers together. What are the numbers? And we're going to make sure we answer the question. So the conclusion here is our new stuff. We're going to have to do a conclusion and solve it. So our new bits here. So let, and then I've got x represent, you don't have to use different colors, but for me, I'm showing you, represent one number, right? There's two numbers I'm looking for. And then let x minus 8 represent the other number or the second number. So you can say other number, or you can say second number. It's up to you, right? And that's as clear as I need. It's just two numbers, one number and then the other number. The sum of them is 42. So x plus x minus 8. So we're going to add them, and that equals 42. So that equals 42. So equals 42. So that's my intro and my equation. So that's what we did before in the previous lesson, and now we're going to keep solving. So when we solve, we want to keep the variables on one side, right? So the variables stay on this side, and then we're going to bring, so these guys here are the x's, the terms with variables, and we're going to bring the other ones to the other side. So this one will move over. Whenever it crosses this equal sign, right, it changes to the opposite operation. So we're going to go x plus x equals, and it's 42, minus 8 becomes plus 8. So x plus x is 2x. X plus x is 1x plus 1x, invisible 1, and that gets me 42 plus 8, so it's 50. You can divide both sides by 2. Whatever's in front, you divide by whatever's in front to get you a 1, and then you get x equals 25. So now you've done the solving, so that's the solving portion. Then we want to do a conclusion. So you always have to do a concluding sentence. So this is my new thing. So this conclusion is the new thing. So solve is new, and then conclusion. So what we want to do here is do a big whooshy line. So what you do is you set up your let statements and all this stuff to the left of your space. So whenever we give you a space like this, it's horizontal. I try to set it up on the left side, and that way I can keep moving to the right with the rest of my answer. Okay, so that's a good strategy. If you go, oh, I seem to be writing on both sides, try to start your answer always on the left side of your space, and then move to the right for the next part of your answer. Okay, so that helps you kind of organize your answers. Then I do a big swooping arrow and say, okay, come over here, and I'm going to finish my answer. What are the numbers? So I need you to tell me, what are we answering? What are the numbers? So make sure you answer the question. Right, so I want you to note this down. Answer the question. Again, this is a habit you want to get into. If you don't answer the question, you're going to lose marks. Even though you've done kind of all the big work here, you're not answering what the question is. So I want to know what the numbers are. So here I want to find other number. Okay, and that's when x is 25. You don't have to write that part, but it's very specific if you do, so that's good. But otherwise I say title, what are you doing? I'm finding the other number, and then how do I do that? I look over here. So I need you to use your eyes These are your eyes, you're looking, eyelashes, here's your nose, and you're smiling because you're doing math. Yay, smiling. Okay, look over here at your let statements. X minus 8 is the other number, so you're going to go, okay. So make sure you look and go, X minus 8 is my other number. People go, how do I know what the other number is? You wrote it. You took the time to carefully write it. X minus 8 is my other number. So I'm going to go, so 25 goes in. So 20, your answer here. And that gets me 17. So therefore, the numbers are, okay, now answer the question. Answer the question. What are the numbers? The numbers are 25 and 17. Okay, so this is a big thing. So even when you get to grade 11, we're going to go all, 11, 12, all future grades, you make sure you solve, and then you make sure you answer the question. If you answer too much or the wrong stuff, you will lose marks. So sometimes I say, what is the smaller number, but if you give me both numbers, you're still going to lose marks. That's the same thing as me saying, what's your first name? And you give me your first and your last name. You're not wrong, but you gave me too much information. Okay, so if I say, what are the numbers, you give me both. I could say, what's the bigger number, and you would say the bigger number is 25. What's the smaller number? You'd say the smaller number is 17. But make sure you answer the question. This is really, really important, and this is a good habit to get into now. Okay, so this year, grade 9 is all about getting into the good habits. This next one here, the sides of a triangle are 3 consecutive whole numbers in centimeters. The perimeter is 48. We assume that you know words like perimeter. Perimeter is when you add the sides together. Okay, add the sides. So that'll equal 48. Consecutive, we also need you to know the word consecutive. Consecutive, and whole numbers. We learned this in the original chapter. Whole numbers begin with 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So no fractions, no decimals. Consecutive means in a row. So what I'm going to show you here is let, and you're going to go x is going to represent one number. So say this is x. Then the next number would be x plus 1, consecutive, the next number. So if I said 10, it would be 11, and then 12. And then x, so I'll say this is x plus 1, and then the next one would be x plus 2. So the next number. So say if this is 10, that'd be 11, that'd be 12. So these are 3 consecutive. You need to know these words. Okay, we can't help you during an evaluation, but right now. So x, x plus 1, x plus 2, and then you're going to say represent the numbers? No, the sides of a triangle. So again, if you put the numbers, we can't give you the marks for that because it's not the numbers. It's the sides, side lengths, how about side lengths of the triangle? Or we can say sides, because I said the sides of a triangle. Yeah, the sides of the triangle. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go, and again, I can start on the left side, so I'll go x plus 1 plus x plus 2 equals, and the perimeter is 48. So that's where we use the 48. And then now we're going to solve. So now we're going to solve this, and we're going to say, bring all the terms with the x's on one side and bring the numbers to the other side. So hopefully you're getting used to this. So x plus x plus x. You can do this faster and do 3x, or you can do it slower. So plus 1 becomes minus 1, plus 2 becomes minus 2. Okay, so x plus x plus x is 3x's. 48 minus 1 minus 2 would be 45. Divide both sides by 3. That cancels to be 1x. So that's x equals, and that'll be 15. Okay, so then you want to keep going. So notice how I wrote it here, and then we're going to keep going to the next part. I'm going to say, okay, if you end up writing the other way, put your arrow this way, right? So if you wrote it in the middle, then you go to the left or the right. But you want my eyes to follow and say, my next step is here. So I want to find the other sides. And so my other sides are, go to your, look, eyes here, right? Like your eyeballs from above, eyeballs here, x, x plus 1, and x plus 2. So I want x plus 1, because I already have x, and I want x plus 2. So I want to look to my sentence and go, wait, I know what the other sides are. So I'm going to take the 15 plus 1, so that gets me 16. And I'm going to go 15 plus 2 and get 17. So therefore, okay, and that's it. You're done. Now you just have to do a therefore sentence. So therefore, oh, these 3 dots in a triangle, that means therefore. You don't have to use that. You can say therefore or in conclusion, but that's usually a nice fast mathematical symbol. So it has to go this way, not upside down. So top and then 2 bottom ones. The side, so again, you don't have to write that, but we like to use that a lot in math. Or you can write therefore or in conclusion. I like that symbol. So the sides are 15 centimeters. Oh, and here's another part. Don't lose marks. You put the units in the sentence. Okay, so make sure you add the units back in. 15 centimeters, 16 centimeters, and 17 centimeters. How do I know it's centimeters? Right there. So you go back to the sentence and go, did she give me units? Yes, she did, right there. So make sure you have the units on all of them. Okay, otherwise, again, those little part marks off.